Bringing you yet another Total War Attila Medieval Kingdoms mod online battle. This is going to be an epic 2v2 that I fought with Indie Pride and three other Wolf members, where it's me and Houseplant in one team versus Pyro and Indie Pride on the other. We are fighting in Cobblestone, and it's going to be the Ayyyyyyyyyyubids alliance with the Kingdom of England, strangely enough, versus the Ayyyyyyyyyyubids alliance with the Kingdom of. I forget. I've completely forgotten. Damn, is this Hungary? I think this is Hungary, right? Halberdiers, is there anything that can point me to Hungarian Knights? There we go. Yeah, there. It's Hungary. Cool. Okay, so there are a couple of units that I want to focus on in the early game, and I would definitely want to take a look at how they look like. We have the yeoman archers of the pride and joy of England. 250 range archers with 73 missile damage bows, or 73 missile damage arrows, 28 of which is armor piercing. Let's take a look at the reload rate. The reload rate is at 50, which makes these guys it's slow when they're fighting in heavy shot, but imagine you have such long range that you can just use to fire with. That's really cool. Usually archers have 150 to 170 range, so these guys do have a massive range advantage. You have some retinue longbowmen, yeoman archers, and a massive line of polearm infantry in the heavy billmen and bill sergeants. So yeah, tiny bit of spam from Houseplant. He's brought up a polearm line, and the polearm lines are very strong. They defeat enemy melee infantry in one-to-one combat. They probably can destroy. They definitely destroy cavalry in one-to-one combat. I mean, look at that, 37 attack against cavalry. The only weakness that they have is against missiles. Let's take a look if the Ayyyyyyyyyyubids have brought any missiles of their own. We can see Ghulam foot guard, 2 or 3 of them, Adat archers who have good missile damage, decent enough range. And then we see some Ayyubbid crossbowmen who have poorer missile damage compared to the other factions as crossbowmen. We see two senior Ghulam who are very decent bow cavalry, have good health, low armor, but they have Parthian shot. They have they have all the guerrilla deployment and blah blah blah, all those cool little abilities. Good melee damage. For the most part, they're a very nice unit, but they cost quite a fair bit. So we see some Takla. I keep trying to say Takla Bakan, the desert. Takla axemen, which these are double-handed axemen. The Ayyubids wield only double-handed axes, I believe. They have these guys, and then they have the Tabardiya, I believe they're called. Tabardiya, Mamluk Tabardiya. Mamluk Tabardariya. Okay, wow, that's just an insane name. Quite the mouthful. And these axes are quite the handful, but they don't have a bonus versus infantry, I believe. They don't seem to be all that great. They have only a 32 melee attack, 32 melee damage. Combine that with the low melee attack of these guys, and it's going to be pretty strange how these guys are really going to be very strong. I don't know if they will be. You can see the retinue longbowmen already taking shots against the enemy halberdiers. Halberdiers, of course, have 85 armor compared to the 60 armor of the heavy billmen. Halberdiers, though, they are taking quite a bit of damage from all these archers. Look at that, just getting slaughtered. Well, not getting slaughtered, but they're considering how much damage they're taking from all of these guys. The retinue longbowmen now have 100 missile damage because presumably they're fighting heavy shot. And the halberdiers, meanwhile, moving up against the enemy heavy billmen, or sorry, my team's heavy billmen, Houseplant's heavy billmen. We see some polearm versus polearm action here. Both of these, it seems to be like they're functioning kind of like pikes, a bit of poking and stabbing and dick measuring going on over there, not really doing much. Halberdiers, meanwhile, though, the skirmish advantage of Houseplant is going to prove to be a bit too much, I would expect. But a lot of Hungarian knights and a lot of peasant archers, cheap archers who have decent enough range, going to be firing up there. The Hungarian knights charged into my Ayyubbid crossbowmen, but the heavy billmen really should help out over there. Got a lot of kills on the Hungarian knights already. Meanwhile, I've got a set of Nafatun. I had to bring these guys. I've got some very cheap Bedouin camel raiders who have insanely high health, while I'm pulling away with my Askari nobles, who seem to be pretty decent shock cavalry. Ghulam foot guard firing into the supporting Jund spearmen, and my Nafatun here about to throw their first set of bombs. It's going to destroy most of my Ghulam foot guard. At least it probably just killed did more friendly fire than anything else, similar to the Naft throwers in Attila. So here though, these senior Ghulam are probably going to get slaughtered. They have a shit ton of ammo, and they don't have the ridiculous ability of the Naft throwers where they need to refill their ammo. You need to click a special ability to refill their ammo. Senior Ghulam just routed there with 20 units left, got destroyed. Nafatun really, I mean, they just lay waste to everything in front of them. The enemy general, the Matthias Rex, I guess I don't really understand what the significance of that name is. I charged with my Askari nobles earlier, but he is bringing, or at least Piro is bringing some Jund spearmen to help out. And the Sultan's bodyguard of Piro is getting caught by the mounted sergeants, and they're getting a lot of kills on the Sultan's bodyguard as they try to pull away. My general, though, is also doing pretty badly because they just got charged at by an Askari cavalry. The Hungarian knights, though, still in melee. My Tabardaria general is slowly but steadily chopping them down. It's still going to take a really long time before they die. Let's focus in more on the double-handed axes, and the Bill sergeants just absolutely destroy them. But of course, I would like to think that my Nafatun helped out a lot in there. The Naft's getting super close to the enemy, and I think they're about to throw. They just about chucked another set of their bombs. Have they? Or have they not? I don't know. I want to take a look at how slow their reload rate is. Base reload time 51, so it's honestly not all that bad. And here they're just going to lay waste to everything. There's a bunch of man, I want to take a look at the action. There it is. There's people flying everywhere. So it's kind of cheapish cavalry, expensive archers against Askari cavalry, and I want to just really kill off the Askari cavalry more than anything else. So that's why I'm just bombing them to shit. The Ghulam foot guard, meanwhile, firing into the senior Ghulam, while my senior Ghulam chases after them. The Bellman line has gotten destroyed to the halberdiers, but the retinue longbowmen still remain, and I believe they have an insane amount of ammunition. But getting charged at by enemy cavalry like this is not going to be good for them. The Hungarian knights getting a lot of kills, and they are double gold, so they are very expensive and of course very strong consequently. Retinue longbowmen, human archers actually have very good melee attack and decent enough melee damage. Oh wait, no wait, I was looking at the wrong game. 24, 37, 144 armor, not bad at all. I wonder how much they cost. I haven't taken a look at the English roster. Meanwhile, I've managed to finish off Piro with it was Ayyubbid on Ayyubbid action. And of course with the help of the Bill sergeants, the pole arm line, I was able to destroy them with the Nafts firing off behind them. The senior Ghulam here haven't gotten too many kills, but they're putting rest with the enemy senior Ghulam, killing off enemy cavalry, which is going to be of course very important. There's not much in terms of archers left for Indy Pride. Pulling away with my Askari nobles, letting the longbowmen get a lot of kills on the Hungarian knights, and I just want to take this into cinematic mode for the yeoman archers. Or I guess these are the retinue longbowmen. Look at how far those enemy units are, and they're firing into them. I don't even know if they're firing into them anymore. Yeah, they're fighting into the Hungarian knights all the way back there, and I think they were just trying to the Hungarian knights were trying to chase off my senior Ghulam, and looks like a bunch of sergeants who are melee infantry who still have to face off against a lot of polearm infantry. Takla axemen retreating, letting my senior Ghulam come in because I don't want to face off against the halberdiers. I want to wait until my Nafatun come in and chuck their bombs. I believe they did over here, and that routed my Takla axemen. I don't know, maybe. Seem to be a bit far away. Big clusterfuck here with the heavy billmen about to prove their worth, killing off a lot of the Hungarian knights, and then they'll probably be able to kill off the sergeants. These heavy billmen have done quite decently, but look at that, taking point blank shots from the peasant archers and getting slaughtered. Meanwhile, another heavy billman is going to come in and drop their pike type of pole arms in front of the halberdiers. It looks like there's no formation attack for these guys. They have who has these halberdiers have square. Holy shit! Imagine how OP they must be. I don't even remember them having that, having square. They'll be just impenetrable if you don't have any archers. There's nothing you can do. Or if in this case, if you don't have any Nafatun. So let's put this in cinematic cam because there's about to be a bunch of bombs dropped in here. There's Indie Price trying to pull back. Oh my god. There's nothing you can do, dude. It's not like they're routing. They haven't really lost too many men. So I guess that little pullout was not that bad of an idea. More bombs about to be dropped on this zone here. It's about to be a bombed out area. Boom! Off into the distance. So many people dead. But honestly, more than the deaths, it's really the morale damage. Kind of like the same thing like NAF throwers. I guess the accuracy is so low. And god damn, son! It's so epic. It's so epic. More bombs. Need more bombs. Good lord. Holy shit. So sergeants have routed there with 72 men left. No one likes to have bombs exploding in front of their friends. Or bombs exploding on their friends or on themselves. The Ghulam foot guards seem to have a very nice... they seem to be the same thing like the elite Persian archers of the Sassanids, in that they have a very tight, disciplined formation. They don't have the... I don't know, after playing so much of Rome 2 and Total War in general, you notice kind of like meaningless things like this, but it kind of helps the immersion, because the Ghulam foot guard seem to be... Wow, just incredibly pretty units, which is why I'm going to take a screenshot. Holy shit, look at how beautiful this mod is. That dude's just got blood in his eye. So, incredibly pretty, but incredibly well armored units. So, along with that, they're also very disciplined. They probably cost a lot. They do cost a lot, so they're probably very well trained, heavily disciplined units. Oh my god, just these poor Bill Sergeants. Not poor Bill, the poor halberdiers. The Bill Sergeants, of course, taking so much friendly fire. But who gives a shit when there's bombs going out everywhere? The English king has done very decently. And he's moving around to just, maybe if he can charge into the retreating sergeants, or maybe even the peasant archers, he'll be able to get a lot of kills in a couple of seconds, basically. The sergeants, the Bill sergeants for the English king have routed now. They are very tired, they're exhausted, and they've been bombed to smithereens, essentially, along with everyone else. Everyone who is and isn't Ayyubbid has been bombed, just with 3 Nafatun. Oh my god, there really need to be videos from my channel, from me, with just a bunch of Nafatuns. Oh shit, I really need to make that. Okay, I need to make that. Okay. I probably will. Definitely will, actually. So the sergeants here are going to fight up against Mamluk Tabardaria. And the Mamluks, not great units, but honestly, who needs great units when you have Nafatun? Maybe they are decent units. I want to take a look at their armor piercing. It probably is the regular 16-16 armor piercing. The half and half armor piercing of the regular axes. Let me try and take a look. Melee damage 32 and 0. They have 0 armor penetration. Okay, looks like that should be something that's changed. Either that or they should get a big bonus for his infantry. They presumably have 0 miss block chance. Yep, they don't have any miss block chance. Don't really see what's the point of these guys when they have low melee attack, low melee damage, and no real bonus for his infantry. Wow, that friendly fire though. Oh my god, just destroyed a lot of them. They have low armor too, so they are very vulnerable to enemy missiles. So the last 17 to 16 seconds, is there any units that I haven't focused on? Ghulam foot guard have been focused on, beautiful looking units. The senior Ghulam, I haven't taken a proper look at them, but anyways, it's a bit too late in the day for that. End replay, Pyrrhic victory, but very epic little battle. The after all the bombs that were chucked, the Nafatuns honestly just got 86, 70 and 112 kills. Meanwhile, one of my Ghulam foot guard just low-key 306 kills. I think this is the one that just charged through a lot of the peasant archers and killed off a lot of them. The access, I'm not really sure. Indie Pride told me that a lot of the people who have access to this early version of the mod like to bring the Ayyyyyyyyyyubids. I'm not really sure why. Definitely can't be for the axe infantry that they wield. The English look to be just such a fearsome faction. I mean, these retinue longbowmen and yeoman archers look to be fantastic units, and they have a host of choices in terms of pole arm infantry. In terms of Hungary, I think Hungary also is a very good unit, very good faction. They have these very expensive but very strong Hungarian knights, cheap archers which have a good distance, good range to them, and of course halberdiers. But I think the Grand Principality of Serbia also seems to be a very powerful faction. And Ayyubids, of course, this is what Piro brought, which is what I brought, so no need to go over the same faction twice. Hope you guys enjoyed this 2v2 battle, and let me know if you want to see more of the Medieval Kingdoms mod. Drop a like if you did, and yeah, be sure to comment if you like this. Anyone, if you want to see me bring more of this into my channel. Stay tuned for more, guys. Peace.